Okay, welcome everybody. I am Tara, your concierge, and I'd like to welcome you to our meet and greet for prestigious Polynesia singles cruise. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm recording this for those who could not be with us today to go through these details, and we're looking at our trip coming up here next week. And so you should have received these final vacation details approximately January 15th timeframe. And I'm just going to highlight some of the information in there. Of course, you have time to read through it. There's a lot of pages and a lot of really good information. And the first thing that we're going to do, we'll just flip through here. Here's a nice letter from Tammy, our CEO and president of our company. And then with the table of contents, if there's any specific thing that you're looking for, you can just run your cursor right over the top, click on it, and it'll take you there. But we're going to start here on page 4. And I just want to go through this checklist that's at the bottom of the page. Please double check your passports to make sure that they are valid for 6 months after your return date. That's a pretty standard procedure. So just double check that. And also make sure that you know your travel insurance information and certificate is located in case you need it. So of course, we always recommend printing it and bringing it with you, or if you have it in email form, that's fine. But just know where that is in case you need that. For the customs regulations, I have a document that I will include in when I send out the email that goes over U.S. customs regulations. It's called a Know Before You Go pamphlet. And I will include that with the email. So if that's of interest, you can click on it and read through it. Reserving your shore excursions. So it is recommended that we have our shore excursions arranged by no later than this Friday, January 30th. They cut off the excursions then. They do tend to fill up. They did say that we can sign up once we get on board the ship, but that will only be based on availability. So they'll take whatever is signed up for by this Friday and make their plans around that. So I do highly recommend signing up. Now, I do have a list of the shore excursions that other people from our group have already signed up for, and I will include a list in the email as well. Just a list of what some have already signed up for. And that way, if you just want to go on something that someone else in our group is doing, you're certainly welcome to. So far, I can tell you the big one that we have 7 people already booked on is the Lagoon Cruise with a beach break. There's 7 of you that are signed up for that. So I will give you a list of the excursion and like the excursion code so that you can make sure that you're on the same one with our group. You need to call Paul Gogon in order to make those reservations. They don't let you sign up over the internet. So we do have, I'll point it out in another page on this final vacations documents, the phone number to make those reservations, but they do not have excursion reservations online. You have to call them. Yes, Lourdes.
Tara,
Yes.
there is one particular tour that I want to take,
Okay.
but Paul Gauguin did not allow me to book 2 on the same day, even though one is in the morning and the one that I want is also in the afternoon. They said that I had to tell you and also try to sign up for it on board. Is there any way that I can get ahead and book that second one as well?
Will you send me, will you message me in WhatsApp? Do you know the code for the one that you're trying to get on?
Well, I can look it up.
Okay. Yeah. Can you send me that code and I'll see what I can make happen on this end? Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Thank
try.
you so much. All right.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are there any other questions about the excursions?
Yes, this is Lori. I have the exact same thing, Lourdes. I think we had the same question. Is it
Okay.
adding the sunset sail, sunset cruise or something? Yes. So yeah, I'll send you the information also. The number of the sunset one is, never mind, I don't have it.
Okay, that's okay. Just if anyone else has that situation, just text me through WhatsApp. Just send me which one you're trying to get on, and we'll see what we can do. We'll try to get you booked on both.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and again, I will send out following this recording. When I send the email that has the link for the recording, I'll include the list of all of the excursions that others are already booked on. For your e-documents, so those who have booked the flights with Singles Travel International, I know many of you made your own flight arrangements, but those of you that booked them with Singles Travel International, you should have received your flight information for the Los Angeles to Papeete. And there is more information coming out. I know that there's been some delays with getting some of the information from some of the vendors that we have. So there's a time lapse there. So we do have more information coming that I believe you should be getting by the end of this week. The office said they're still pulling those final details together. So keep an eye on your email for more to come from our office. And lastly, let's see. Oh, WhatsApp. I think you're all in WhatsApp, so I'm not going to go into that. I counted, the numbers match up. So I believe everybody's already in WhatsApp. If you're not, please download it and we'll get you added to our group chat that's already been started. Thank you so much, everybody, for being chatty in there already. I see comments coming and going, and so that's really exciting. And I obviously from our welcome this morning, a lot of you already know each other, so that's really great as well. We're going to be using WhatsApp on this trip for three main purposes. One is, of course, to connect with your fellow travelers, as you've already been doing. I'm going to be giving itinerary updates daily for what's going on the ship, if we're doing ship things, where and when our meals are, happy hour, of course, all those types of things we'll be sending through WhatsApp. And if you have an urgent or emergency situation that you need to get a hold of me, that's the best way to do it. We do have Wi-Fi included on this trip, and so we should all be able to connect through Wi-Fi and make phone calls and texts through that. And then, of course, last but not least, you can check this off the list coming to our virtual meet and greet. We're going to move ahead here. You can read through this. Just all this information you can go ahead and read. Here's the phone number on page 6 to call Paul Gauguin Cruises directly, their 1-800 number right here, to look at those excursions. And if you log into their website, let me go there quickly here. If you go into their website, this is my page that I'm logged into. I can go to, let's see, I believe it was see all the details. I've been playing on it all day. And you can go to see your cruise, and then it'll give us options here for the shore excursions over here on the right. So just make sure you log in and go to your cruise and then shore excursions to see the whole list. There's a lot of them to pick from on pretty much on every island. So let's see, we're going to keep moving here to this talks about different delays along the way. If your flight gets delayed, please message me and will keep me updated so that I can keep making arrangements for the different transfers that we have to the hotel and that sort of thing. We have a really nice, we come in 2 days ahead to our hotel. So if there's delayed luggage, hopefully it gives them time to get to us and we don't have to race against time to get to the cruise. So that's a really nice benefit of traveling with us as well. We're going to continue on. Here's all your names listed. And look at that. I'm wearing the same sweater that I wore in that photo. Did you see that? Same sweater. But anyway, we'll continue. Let's see. Here we are. Page 10. This is what I want to jump to next. And does anyone have a question? Sorry. No. Okay. So I just want to make sure that we're all clear about what the travel day looks like. So, if you're traveling with the group flight, which I think all but two of us are all on the same flight, this is our flight information right here. We're on with Air Tahiti, and we will be meeting up at the gate in LAX for that international flight. I know some of you are flying into LA a day early. Suzanne, you're not even coming to LA. We'll see you in Tahiti, but I will meet you at the gate for our LAX to Tahiti flight. And when we arrive in Tahiti, we have a transfer scheduled. So if you have arranged your own air and you're not going to be on this flight, there's two of you that are. The hotel has that that transfer. We have arranged that for you. They should be there holding a sign. Keep me updated if you're delayed so that I can help out our driver with the hotel. And we have the hotel number as well for you in this information for you to call. Let's see. Here is all of our flights to LAX. Just double check to make sure that yours is correct. And then the next flight here, information is as we leave LAX, you can see the list. Leaving LAX, Janet, I see you're out of San Francisco. And then Suzanne out of Singapore early here. But this is all the information when we arrive to Tahiti, landing around 10:35 p.m. So again, just reiterating one more time, I will meet you at the gate from our LAX flight to Tahiti. We will meet up and the baggage claim, those of us that are on that larger flight, and we will transfer together to our hotel, which is here on page 14. Are there any questions about this at all? Any flights? Any? Okay.
Kara, there are two questions on the chat.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Okay, great. Our seats assigned, plan for those with no excursion in a port. Marlene, we'll get to that when we get to the cruise side of it. And our seats assigned, yes, they are. At this point, we have all of our group is in either a window or an aisle seat with a seat in between. We're hoping that seat stays open. Can't guarantee it, but as of right now, everybody is either in a window or an aisle. And we'll get to your question about the if you don't have an excursion planned in just a moment. We are going to be staying here at the Intercontinental Tahiti Resort and Spa, and we have this whole list of things that we can do. So we have a full day of leisure during our time there on February 6th, and there's lots of things to do. Some of them are complimentary, some of them may have a charge, but of course you can choose on what you want to do there. We do have happy hours set up like we always do. We have dinners arranged, and we have these listed in the itinerary for the hotel on pages 15, 16, and 17. So we're going to be getting in pretty late to the hotel. We'll get checked in, get everybody to bed. We're all going to be exhausted, long flight. And then on February 6th, we have a full day of leisure to do as you choose. We'll have breakfast club in the morning at Tahiti restaurant. We have a happy hour and this group dinner here at 7:30, but you do have an optional dinner. It's a dinner and show and a buffet down here at Tahiti. It's like a Polynesian show, and the cost for the show and the dinner is $100. That would be at your own expense. You're certainly welcome to do that. I will start collecting names of those who can, so I can let the hotel know how many to plan for from our group. So you can text that in the WhatsApp group if that's of interest to you, and I will start putting that group together. But if you don't want to do the show, we'll be having our group dinner here at this Hirayama Garden restaurant. It's at your own expense as this as well. It just won't include the show. And any questions about that?
I have a comment.
Okay.
When I was there 2 years ago, I stayed at the same place, and the show is fabulous.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Good insight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then on the 7th, we'll have our breakfast club again for those who want to come to breakfast. We're going to have our welcome meeting at 10 a.m. We'll just kind of go over some of the information from there on out and getting ready to head to the cruise. We'll check out at noon. We're going to have lunch right there at the hotel. And then we'll meet in the lobby at 2:15 to transfer over to the ship. It's not a very long drive, only about 20 minutes. And have your passport ready to go, because then we're going to board the beautiful ship and start our day, or our evening, I should say, with happy hour. And we'll meet in the dining room. Now sorry about that. There's three main rooms three main dining rooms, and we're actually working our way through all three of them throughout our time on the ship. And I'll get into a little bit more of that in just a moment. But one thing I do want to mention is, before we get too more into the ship part of things, is that I do want to talk about some of our health and fit and willing to travel commitments. So if you have not filled out the fit and willing to travel commitment, I do have a link that I will send. And if you could have that filled out before we leave, that would be great. I think most of you have. We're just missing one or two. And that commitment is it just talks about how we're going to respect each other on the trip, and just that you are fit and willing to travel on the trip, and we're just going to have a good time. But keep in mind, we do have some COVID protocols and illness protocols that are now starting to, seems like they seem to be kind of jumping back up again. And so we follow the CDC regulations. And I just want to make a mention about this, that above all, we just want to respect everybody and try to keep everybody as healthy as possible. And so trying to make sure that everybody feels safe. And should you start not feeling well, I just encourage everyone to wear a mask when in the company of others, especially when we're indoors, hand sanitizing, washing hands constantly before any event or a meal. And we do recommend taking a COVID-19 test. I'll be following these practices, and I invite you and encourage you to follow these as well. And if you start feeling uneasy or unwell at any time, please come to me immediately so we can start getting any sort of medications and getting assistance so that we feel well. We're all adults, and so we just want to make sure that we make the best decisions together for everybody's safety. And if anyone has any questions or issues, please let me know. With that being said, we really just want to have fun and keep each other healthy so we can have fun. So with that being said, we'll just move on to the onboard purchases. You'll set up an onboard account with a credit card like we do for most ships, and they'll charge to that credit card with it'll be in US dollars. So anything you're buying on ships, restaurants, that'll get charged to that account. Getting together for meals. This is something I want to mention. Like I did say, there's 3 restaurants on board the ship, and we will be moving amongst all 3 of them for our group dinners. 2 of them do require reservations. So if you're not feeling the group dinner that night, or you want to go to one of the other restaurants for that evening, that's quite all right. But 2 of them will require reservations, and that is La Veranda and Le Grill. Those are by reservations, but El Etole, that one does not require reservations. We have reservations for our group at all 3. It'll change throughout the trip. This ship does not have specialty restaurants like maybe some of you have been accustomed to on other ships. So with your shore excursions, that number that you need to call for the cruise ship is listed here again, just here in this middle section, and they are open from 9 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So again, recommend getting that done as soon as possible. With the information of the diving, if you've never considered getting certified for diving, this is an opportunity. It's one of the only ships in the world that actually has a certification program while you're on board the cruise ship. So that's pretty neat and specific to this cruise ship. This talks about electrical currents. You can read about that and prepare appropriately. Our theme nights. So I did talk to Paul Gauguin today about the captain's night, and also on their website, they did say that if the cruise is more than 8 days, they tend to have a white night also. So what I did do is I called them and I asked, is captain's night equivalent of white night, or are they 2 separate nights? And they said it depends on the cruise, it depends on the weather, but there is a possibility of having both captain's night and a white night, and that will be on top of our theme nights as well. So just keep that in mind. It's up to you on whether you want to participate in all of them, one of them, none of them. That's completely up to you. But typically for our theme nights, we dress up for happy hour and then into dinner, and then whatever the after dinner activities are. But usually we come to happy hour prepared for our theme nights, and our 2 theme nights are Luau and Valentine's Day. Whatever Valentine's Day means to you, maybe it's the color red, maybe it's wild with kisses, lips all over hearts. That's totally up to you on how you want to interpret that. But the other one will be luau wear, because we are in French Polynesia after all, where luaus are a common thing. So I'm really looking forward to these 2 theme nights with you. And any questions about the theme nights? Okay. Let's see. Okay, so while we're on the cruise ship, we'll have a daily breakfast club. So if you want to come to breakfast, you're certainly welcome to. If you want to sleep in and skip breakfast, it's your vacation. You're certainly welcome to do that. But I'll be holding tables for our group every morning for breakfast, and I'm going to try to get a list once we get on board of all of the final list of all of the excursions, and I'll try to do my best to work the breakfast club around the excursions. If it's possible, I will. And our first day at sea, we're going to have a first timers lunch. So if you're new to the company, new to our oh, we have a questions. Oh, thank you, Lourdes. Thank you. We'll see you soon. If you're new to us, and we just hold a first timers lunch, so you can come meet other people, come join me, ask questions. And if you're not new, if you're somebody that's well traveled with singles travel, of course, we love having you there to help welcome the new people to our members and to our group. As I mentioned, the dinners, we'll be hosting dinners every night for the group. And so you're welcome to come to those. You're invited to. We love when the whole group comes together. But if you decide to do your own thing, of course, that's okay as well. I know some of you have sunset sailings and things that include some dinners. So that's perfectly wonderful to go enjoy that. So what are we doing if we don't have excursions already scheduled or for those specific ports? We do something called independent meetups in each port. I'll host an opportunity for people to come together, find other fellow travelers to go into port with. The cruise ship itself does offer complimentary stand-up paddleboards, kayaks. They have an area at the back of the ship that just folds down and they launch right from the back of the ship. So if paddling around is something that you're interested in, they do have an opportunity to do that at no cost. And we'll pull together people from the group who just want to go off and maybe wander around and see some local sites just right there on shore at port. And so I'll be letting you know what times those independent meetups are. Of course, you can enjoy things on board the cruise ship and also just enjoy your relaxing time. But we'll have suggestions for those that don't have anything already scheduled in port. The live entertainment, there is different live entertainment throughout this cruise. It's a lot of local entertainment, and the ship will be letting us know when those times are, and we'll be working together to try to get seats together for those shows. We're going to be hosting a couple of fun and games and socials while we're at sea, and I'll let you know what those are as we're getting closer to the cruise and when those days come up.
For dinner.
I'm sorry, does that somebody have a question?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Can you hear me, Tara?
Yes, I can.
Oh, thank God. We don't need a visa for Tahiti, right?
You do not.
And also, is it possible, do we pay for those excursions or they're included?
The excursions are an additional cost, and they range from, I think the lowest one I saw was about $65 to a couple hundred, depending on what it is. And those costs are listed on the website for each excursion.
Which ones are the group mostly taken? So I will reserve for those.
Those are I'm gonna send those out tonight. That has a list of what we have people scheduled on.
We will be on an email, or
Yes.
you're
Yep.
going to send it on an email?
I'll send it on an email when I get the link for this recording. I'll send it on an email with that tonight still.
How many the average person is taking so far?
It really depends. Some people have one at every port, and some people have just a couple. So it really depends on the person.
Right. When we get to Bora Bora, is it possible without an excursion that we just go on a beautiful beach and swim in the water or not?
We do have some of those opportunities along the way, yes.
So there is beach time where there's an actual beach with the white sand and everything that we'll get into, right?
Yes, and you know what? I have some of that information, and I'll send that to you in that
Oh,
email as
thank
well.
you, because mostly I want to be at that beach or at their beaches. So
Okay.
I'm not, but the lagoon one, I love it that you told me that you have.
Yeah. So I'll send the ones that people are already booked for, and then I'll let
Perfect,
you know where
perfect.
the private beaches are available. Yep.
Oh, great. So that I can go if I want on my own, even to be on the private beaches.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. And there's no visa. And what is this? You have something like e-documents. What's e-documents?
E-documents are if you have booked a flight. So far, the only e-document that's come is if Singles Travel International helped book your flight. You booked through them. You would have
Yeah, I
gotten
did.
your flight information, but there's more coming. There's more information of those e-docs coming.
Oh my God. All right, because I have it. She sent me the tickets. I'm just printing. I'm going to meet you at the LAX.
Right.
Because you're going to be at LAX. I'm coming from LAX actually. So
Yeah, and I'll meet you at the gate for our international flights.
right, it's about 4:23 or something like that in the afternoon.
Yes, something like
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. We
yes.
don't need a visa, but if you want the excursion, it's not possible to do it on the day that we are leaving. You couldn't help me out with booking this because I have to call Paul Gauguin.
Well, yes, you have to call them. If there's excursions that you absolutely want to do, don't want to miss out on, I would make that reservation
Ahead
before
of time.
that booking by Friday.
Do me a favor and send me the Paul Gauguin phone number
I
on
will.
my email because I'm not going to go look through documents for their number.
Yep, I'll include. I'm making a note.
There's
I'll
too
include
much,
that in the
there's too
email.
many notes to read. It's 14, 15 pages.
I know.
I never read any of it. I'm glad you explained some of it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll send the link for their website, and then I'll also throw their phone number in
Thank
there
you.
as well.
Thank
You're
you. And
welcome.
if I am on WhatsApp with your phone number from the Portugal trip is the same, right?
Yep, same number.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Tara.
You're
I look
welcome.
forward to seeing you again.
Yes. Well, and there's not really much more to mention. You can read the rest of this. We'll have a farewell meeting before we leave the cruise, but I'm too excited to go on the cruise. I don't want to talk about the end of the cruise yet.
Right, don't.
We'll be having a farewell meeting before we get off, just so you all know what's going on when the time comes. And then of course we have our transfer information here. We go back to the Intercontinental Hotel, where we can get refreshed before we have our late night flight, leaving to return to, wherever we're coming from, Singapore or the US. So we'll actually get a chance to go back to the hotel, before we get on that flight.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. So are there any other questions that anyone has? Let me go back to the chat. Marlene, I think that's referencing how many excursions you have. You have 3, but you may cancel one. Okay, very good.
Yeah, but I did have a question about Bora Bora. The ship says that we'll be going to their private beach on both days. Do you know
Yes.
anything about that? And is that to the famous beach? Is there any need for an excursion then?
So you can, for those that already have excursions in Bora Bora, there's going to be transfers going the whole time that we're in port. So if you say you have a 2-hour excursion, but we're in port for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours, you can still take advantage of that. They're going to have transportation back and forth the whole time. It's at no additional cost.
But is it the famous beach in the lagoon, this private beach, or is it worth going to? Have you been there?
I have not personally been there, but I will look into it and I'll add that to the email that gets sent out to answer it.
Okay.
Tara, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. It could be unnecessary to go anywhere if the beaches, the private beach, beaches that they pour, especially in Bora Bora, it's going to be so gorgeous. I don't want to keep getting on buses and traffic. This is islands more than, going to museum and churches. So.
Sure. And we are going to several other ports besides Bora Bora. So just know that there's other options, and you can just go to the beach that day and hang out. You can do some of the other excursions at other ports of call.
As long as you email us what you think is good to sign up for, it would be great.
Bill, I see your question about tenders. Some will have tenders. Some will be actually in port. So it's a mixture.
Okay. Tender is great. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Can I leave now or?
If you want to.
Is there more to it? I got to meet somebody for dinner. Is that why I'm asking that?
I just want to make sure that you all know that here on page 30, it tells you what's all included in the cruise package so that you can make sure you know what you're getting. And then the rest is just general information. So, last, anybody else, any additional questions? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much for your patience with that.
Also, Tara, what kind of clothes do we take with us?
Well, we expect warm weather clothes, and we're going to be in islands. So, you'll probably want a layer or two with you just in case, but probably Beach resort wear.
What about an umbrella? Do we need an umbrella or they give it to us on the boat?
That's a good question. Let me check.
No, I have asked about that, and there is an umbrella in the room.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let me.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I heard there's mosquito issues with Tahiti, so you may want to bring some mosquito repellent with you, which I'm going to
Okay.
do. So that's an
Wow.
idea, anyways. Who knows? I hope not, but I'm going to have it with me.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
I put my jacket.
Okay. All right. So thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.
Thank you, Tara.